Controls. What types of controls are used to assure desired business outcomes? I think another word I think of when I think of controls is I think of benchmarks. I think of the word benchmarks. So we know, say, halfway through our fiscal year, if we're 50% short of our benchmark where we need to be, then we know we need to think outside the box, bring in some other people to help us, and come up with a plan with whatever that shortfall might be. Like this past year, we weren't going to do a second fundraiser of Wine Dine with Win-Win that we had not done the year before because we had a different event going on, a bully walk. But looking at the shortfall we had from grant funding this year, we knew we had to bring that back and have a second fundraiser. Every year we do our Young Peacemaker event, but this was an additional one, so knowing to be able to look and say, okay, we have a shortfall of grants, so the control that you're using to assure, and you know what, the word assure is impossible. I think it's impossible to assure anything. You can say you're going to have a fundraiser and you can have a goal of you want to raise $50,000, but can you assure that's going to happen? No, you can't. I mean, you can go out there and, again, diversify where your funding is going to come from for that fundraising. So not just from individuals, but from corporations, sponsorships and that. And then from local businesses, small businesses for auction items, because we incorporated an auction as part of the fundraiser. And then asking for donations, too. And so thinking of ways that... and I think so much of it is sitting down with the people that are on your team and finding out, when a lot of times people think, I don't have any connections, I don't know anybody with money or with means. I think that a lot of us don't realize our sphere of influence. We all have a sphere of influence. And that might be, everybody, at some point should be going to a dentist or maybe a doctor or some kind of healthcare provider, an insurance agent, car insurance, health insurance. These are things we have to have. So go to those people and ask for their investment and ask for and even if it's an investment not in dollars, but in time, that they're giving of their expertise, there's a value to that in kind. And we do calculate that on our annual tax return, how much of our income is in kind, the services that we didn't have to pay for. Like the sites, the rec centers and the churches where we hold our after-school programs year-round, if we had to pay rent for that, it would be outrageous. And so they're donating that space for us. That's an in-kind donation, and there's a value equated to that. And so I think that when you're looking at controls, in the nonprofit arena, it's real hard to be able to assure those, but you can have things in place and hope to reach those benchmarks.